Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain-Free You. Today's topic, it was a mistake. I'm actually okay. So, we'll get to that in a minute. Smile, relax. You're good. You got this. So, it was a mistake. I'm actually okay. So what I mean by that is perceived, key word, perceived danger creates pain or symptoms. Perceived. And in many cases, especially when it comes to chronic symptoms or pain, the perception is incorrect. It's a mistake. So I do believe that acute pain is real. You hurt yourself, you have acute pain, but it heals reasonably quick. I've had acute pain with something smacking my toe. It was gone in a few days. Had acute pain of what felt like a hamstring pull. Gone in a few days. And that's generally how injuries work unless they're very severe, in which case it takes longer, but the body always heals. In the case of chronic symptoms that last longer than a normal healing time frame, it's almost always a mistake. A mistake made by a brain perceiving danger incorrectly. And so it's really important to recognize what creates symptoms. And that was yesterday's video. Symptoms mean one thing: danger, right? But oftentimes, in the case, especially with chronic symptoms lasting 6 to 8 weeks or longer, which is longer than most healing time frames for many true injuries, typically chronic symptoms are a mistake. I'm really okay. And so, super important to recognize that chronic symptoms, almost always a mistake, at least in my view, in my world. Because the body heals. And if it was a true injury, why hasn't it healed yet? And people will say nerve entrapment, this and that, pelvic floor, like 1,000 different medical diagnoses. But the body's natural state is wellness. And I know for many of you, you're going to go, are you kidding me, Dan? Are you nuts? Wellness? I felt sick for 20 years. Wellness? But in general, a brain that's not terrified, a system that's reasonably well cared for, pretty well fed, hydrated. Wellness is the natural state of the human body. And so when we get an onset of symptoms or pain, the natural state is wellness. The body heals. It has an innate ability to do that. If you ever doubt it, think about the last time you cut yourself or burned yourself. Without you having to do much other than wash it, it took care of itself. The body knows what to do. If you've got digestive issues, and it's been for 5 years, but you're 50, so for 45 years your body knew how to digest foods. What happened? You had an issue, the brain got terrified, the fear kicked in, the perception of danger went through the roof, and now all of a sudden we feel we're broken and we're trying to fix it. And this happens with all sorts of issues. Back pain, massage, acupuncture, chiropractic, injections, all sorts of stuff. The belief that you're broken is more powerful than the actual condition of the body. Perceived danger is what creates symptoms and pain. So, it was a mistake. You're actually okay. And think about it. When your symptoms started, did you truly have a catastrophic injury? A catastrophic illness? Or did symptoms start and you got wrapped up into the medical system? And, in my book, I did a chapter on a typical journey through chronic symptoms or pains. And it was 60 bullet points of various things that most of us have experienced. So check it out. painfreeyoubook.com. I forget what chapter that is, but I walk through the typical journey through chronic symptoms or pains. And so it's a mistake. We're really okay. When you recognize it's a mistake caused by a brain incorrectly perceiving danger, it becomes much easier, not easy, but easier to neutralize the fear. And when the fear is neutralized and the brain feels safer, guess what happens to symptoms? They can fade away. So, it's a mistake. You're really okay. With that, I'm going to wrap it up. Nice short video today. Love you folks, and as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.